How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Is It a Buy, where we talk about stocks and try to determine if they are with the buyer or maybe pass. My name is Corey. I just like to preface the video by saying I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy who likes to talk about stocks, so please take what I say with a grain of salt, all right? Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Good morning, Doge. Guys, Doge, I don't know what's going on. Like, everyone is so bullish on Doge right now. Doge is just doing some crazy stuff. I mean, right now it's not like up, but, you know, now you can actually trade Doge on what is this called? Webull. It's like insane. It's so insane. And so let's take a look and see what else is going on with AMC and Gamestop. AMC up about 0.2% in the or currently in this pre-market, and GameStop up about we'll say just over 1%. Let's add to the chat really quick. Julian Doge, good morning. Johnson, good morning. Ramsey's, JWoww, say no to the Super League, and BK Rafter. What's up, my friends? What's up, Lee? JWoww, like this. Hotels and entertainment service. You really seem to like this one, don't you? Man, no information on it. It sucks. And it looks like, oh boy, this is from yesterday. Even then, the pre-market is not looking too good for a lot of these stocks, a lot of red. And right now in the pre-market, we are looking at the bottom number to see where they currently are at. And you know what? These bottom numbers are looking red. Nothing too exciting right now. Bitcoin at 56K, and a lot of red, whole lot of red. It's not looking like a good day at all. Just clear some of these out really quick, make it a little more organized. Actually, I do like blink charging, super interesting stuff. Doge is now available on Webull. Yes, Lee, thank you so much for your message on Discord, my friend. I did see it. I checked it out first thing in the morning, and I was like, holy smokes, this is so crazy. What is up, MIP? Let's see, Clove was up around 10% today, so it makes sense, or yesterday, it makes sense it would retrace. Currently, it's down about, less than 3.5%, but not really a bad retracement considering, oh wait, it was over here. Oh, this is where it started, and this is where it ended, so a little bit. So, man, Clove has kind of been moving around a little bit, especially back here, right? $7, currently at, what is this? 934. Not bad. All right, let's take a look at what is going on. Let's take a look at some, I don't think these would have been updated just yet, but let's take a look. Oh my gosh, I forgot that these got filled. I got so hyped up. Holy smokes. We're getting so close. From my understanding, rule 3 had to get passed before rule 801 did. And so it obviously did get passed, and now we're just waiting on 801. Very bullish to exactly what is going on. And we're going to see which way this goes. Let me get something pulled up here. Okay, we have this. Back to the stocks. And nothing too crazy, realistically. I mean, everything is kind of trading a little bit sideways. GameStop down, or not down from the 1% that it was up in the pre-market, now sitting around 0.5% up. Nothing really too wild. Let's see who's doing crazy here. I like looking at these top gainers. He's running well. They have this MYMD, never heard of it, up 33% so far, just in the pre-market. Pretty crazy. YVR. Oh my gosh, is what YVR? Where have I seen YVR before? Where have I seen YVR before? Liquid Media Group. I've seen this one and I don't remember what we talked this about. I've talked about this one and I've seen this one and I don't remember where from. Let's see if there's anything else. Fisker's on here, up 8%. And that's all I really see. Look at the top losers. He's not doing so well today. Make sure there's nothing that we recognize. No, I'm not really seeing anything I recognize here, which I will 100% take. Let's go back to my recently viewed. Back to AMC, and let's get back to the chat. So, is today the recount day for GME? I believe it is supposed to be the recount day for GME. I don't know when they're going to announce anything, if they're even going to announce anything today, right? So, let's see, GME recount. I don't know if anything will pop up here. Okay, so here it is. So GameStop shareholders must call in shares by April 20th to vote. All right, here's a summary. So Hestia Capital and Permit Capital have nominated 2 candidates for okay. So let's see. According to my broker, the record date is set for April 20th. Shareholders lending out shares cannot vote unless the shares are called back by April 20th. Oh, unless I find this interesting, unless the shares are called back by April 20th. That's very interesting. It almost seems optional. I'm sick and tired, guys, of these optional things. If you guys haven't seen Trade's video from last night, essentially what he says is there's a new SEC rule or whatever. Like, it's not DTC. It's not even a rule, honestly. It's like a guideline that people do not have to follow, saying like you need to make sure you're not over leveraged. Like, you know, so leveraging being like, instead of having 1-to-1 cash, so if you have $1, it's worth $1, you can leverage 3-to-1, so your $1 is worth $3. And so that's what people can do, right? Currently, a lot of banks and people are over leveraged to the point where it's like literally like 10-to-1 for your dollar. And it is just, it's ridiculous. So what they're saying is you need to make sure you have the collateral if you are leveraged like that. But at the same time, in the same breath, the rule says, and it's not, again, it's not a rule. The statement says this is not going to be enforced. This is not going to be this is not going to be that. So why would anyone follow it? Why would anyone follow anything like that whenever there's no point in doing it? We saw that with the rule that they're trying to remove, right? We saw that with this rule 6. This is removing the security holder tracking service, and they couldn't even what's the word I'm looking for? It was never in use. No one was ever using this because it was completely optional. And why would anyone use this? And it was like, it's so, I'm sick and tired of that. They need to make things mandatory. You need to follow these rules. Why would anyone listen to these rules whenever they're not beneficial for them? You know, the reason they're rules is because people have to follow them. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, if you're not going to enforce the rules, if you're not going to, the rules are in place. Like, think about it, like laws. Think about laws. Laws are in place so you abide by them, to make you abide by them. And there's a reason you have to abide by it. There's a reason you have to go the speed limit so you don't go too fast and hurt somebody, right? You know, even for turns and stuff, like they have a certain speed limit on certain turns because they're more dangerous and they don't want you to get hurt. They don't want other people to get hurt. And it's like, there's a reason they follow it. Right, exactly. So Raptor says it right here. Trey showed it, showed the article. SEC employee wrote it. It said it was strongly recommended, but not a ruling. And it's like, what is the point then? There's no point. You think Citadel cares about the rules? They're breaking the law, allegedly, in my personal opinion. So no, they don't care about these rules. They don't care about this stuff. It's like so annoying that people, and I guess it was just an SEC employee that wrote it, but it's just like, it doesn't have to be followed. So that's that. I'll leave that there. Hopefully this gets counted. Now, I don't know when, like, let's say it does get counted, right? I don't know. And even here, this kind of makes me not so excited about today. So shareholders lending out the shares cannot vote unless the shares are called back in by April 20th. Well, are they going to be able to call in these synthetic shares? And hey, good morning, Kimberly. Are they going to be able to call in these synthetic shares and even finish the count? Because if they start calling in all these shares, right? If they start taking all the shares, they're going to see that there are more shares being called in than are in the float with these synthetic shares, if they can even count these in. And so it says it cannot vote unless the shares are called back by April 20th. It doesn't say like they have to be called in by April 20th. I'm just noticing that. And maybe, you know, this is the wrong article to be looking at, but there's nothing saying like, oh, the count has to be done by X amount of date, anything like that. I don't know. I'm not too bullish on today with I don't have a lot of confidence in what is happening today, and I'm afraid this is why I'm so careful about setting these kinds of dates, like April 20th, right? Now, do I hope it's a great day? Absolutely. I hope it's a fantastic day. Hopefully we go to the moon today. But realistically, you know, people set a date like this, and then what's going to happen tomorrow? People are going to be super disappointed. They're going to like be super like fatigued or whatever, and they're going to be like, oh, April 20th was a bust, and it's like, you know, who knows what kind of FUD is going to come out. At what price do you sell GME? Ramsey, that is totally your call, my friend. Whatever you want to sell GameStop at on the way up or down. Most people have decided they are going to sell on the way down. And let me show you this chart over here. Let me get it pulled up really quick. Bear with me 1 second. Okay, here we go. So look at this article. This is a good one, okay? This is how not to mess up the MOAS, the mother of all short squeezes. Okay, and so like here's what, and there's a few different definitions to go over, and maybe I should have made this a video. Maybe I will make this a video tonight, right? Because I think this is an interesting. Okay, so and why you shouldn't sell everything at once. That's what this is talking about. So it's saying what the floor really means. So this is the floor right here, and this is the ceiling. So they say you should sell at your floor. And keep in mind, this is all theoretical. This is not financial advice or anything like that. This is just one person's opinion. But you know what? I do like it. Good morning, Daryl. Welcome. So let's take a look at this. Floor, ceiling. Okay, this is an example of what a chart could look like. It will 1,000,000% not look even close to this. Okay, this is much more accurate of what it could look like, right? It's going to go up, it's going to go down. It might even go through here and then break it and then go through, you know what I mean? It could retrace 50% or something, 75%, and then continue to be bullish. So you need to be ready for something like that. Let's compare it to the 3 month, and we'll go back to the old one. Look at these retracements, right? Look, it retraced, oh my gosh, almost like 80% or something. We can actually do a Fibonacci retracement and see exactly where it came back, right? Whoa. Oh my gosh, it's not going to let me. Okay, so we'll just put it here. And I have too many things on here, but this is like a 90% retracement essentially. So yes, it can really retrace. So be ready for that. But back to this article, right, of what it can mean. So they say the reason you sell at the floor is because you don't want to sell too early. Because for example, if this were to go up and then this dips right here, right? Let's say you're here, right? Let's say it dips here and you're like, oh snap, that's the end. It's done. And you just sold here at, let's say it's $1,000, for example. Now you just missed out on all of this, okay? All this theoretic, this theoretical stuff. And so, you go here and then let's say you sell it all here. Well, okay, sure. I'm sure you did very, very well. But hey, good morning, Jelani. But you probably just missed out on a whole lot. And so that's why people say, hold out. And whenever you pass your floor, because everyone says like AMC to, let's say they say AMC to 10,000, right? So what that means is AMC, the floor is 10,000. That doesn't mean, and this is what they're saying. Okay. Again, no advice here. What they're saying is AMC to 10,000 means that's the floor. So do not, and the reason why they're coming out with this is because everyone thinks, okay, so we sell at 10,000. Well, first of all, there's no we. And second of all, if you would like to sell at 10,000, you can sell at 10,000, but that may not be the floor. And so that's what everyone is saying. So if it goes up, and it shoots, through this, or it challenges it, just wait, have your floor. So for example, my floor is, let's say my floor is like $100, right? It could go to 1,000, it could go to 10,000. And if it goes to 10,000 or something, I will change my floor to, if it goes to 10,000, I'll change it to 2,000 or something, right? Just in case I miss it. Or maybe I'll change it to 5,000, if it just really depends. But realistically, I'm okay selling on the way down, because personally, I really don't need too much to do pretty well. But, and that's how I just feel about it. So, and what you're going to be looking for is some kind of consolidation. You're going to be looking for some kind of consolidation where it kind of goes back and forth, back and forth. And again, this isn't even when you sell, right? This is going to be scary right here, right? This kind of dip, but they're saying hold. And that's why you have your floor, because if you get scared and you sell up here, sure. You know what? You'll probably be pretty happy, but what if it goes higher? And that's the whole thing. Because this right here, you're not going to see, I wish I could like organize this, but you're not going to see this part over here, right? You're only going to see, and that's why it gets scary. Let's say you see this, right? Let's say from here on, so you just see this down and you don't see any of this, okay? And you know what I can do? I can do it like this. Okay, this is all you're going to see. Let's actually go back to this one. So this is all you're going to see, and you're going to say, oh snap, like maybe this is done. And I know you already seen the rest of the chart, so it messes you up, but for all you know, this is the peak and then it's going to go back down. And this is why you sell at your floor, right? But you know what? If you sell here, then you lose the opportunity to sell up here, right? And what this is saying is you start selling on the way down. So you sell here, and granted, it's going to be so hard to time. It's literally impossible to time. But they say it's better to miss out on some of the top than sell at the very, very bottom. And so that's basically the concept of that, okay? Man, that was long-winded, but I just want to really emphasize those points, okay? And well, I guess they just went through it, and I guess I don't have to go through the whole thing anymore, but you can see here, and the article's pretty neat. Article's pretty dang neat to kind of go over and take a look, just because it's it's just super interesting. And it's kind of what I'll leave it at. I know it was a very long-winded answer, but I like to get my point across. I want to make sure everybody's like good. Attendees, please. Attendees are in the works. Let's see. Good morning, fam. Already said hi. Okay, so Raptor says, I wonder if it's B Crafter. Well, we'll see. So this thing with the recount or recall shares has nothing to wait. So this thing with recount or recall of shares has to do with voting or nominations. Or what does this have to do? Somehow I don't think people like Citadel are going to care about that. Here's the deal. People like Citadel aren't going to care about any of this at all. They're going to try to get out of what they can. They know what they can get out of. They know what they can push back. They would rather pay the extra fees, hoping that the stocks drop. They don't care. They're in a whole different ball, whole different game right now. And until the SEC, DTCC, all of these things are, unless these are all unless they're being forced to cover and they've forced them to be on our playing field, then no, I don't think any of this matters. Because even this, something like this. So what I'm finding, and I think we're all finding, is the rules are too lax. There are too many loopholes, and luckily the apes, there's enough apes to look at these rules, look at these filings, to find like a loophole or whatever, and then expose it to the SEC to help them figure their life out, because it's so ridiculous. May I share what I worked on yesterday? Absolutely, Daryl. If you want to send it in the Discord, I'd be happy to do like a short, screen it for a sec and then take a look. Auntie, so weird. Your current live video was showing underneath older videos this morning. Oh, that's weird. Made it look like it wasn't on. Oh, that's lame. You know what I do if I'm looking for a live video or a live channel? Like for example, like me, I'm live right now, right? And so what you can do is like click on my profile, and then my live video will be at the very, very top, or it should be at the very, very top. So okay, this is a good question. What will happen if AMC utilization hits 100%? So let's take a look, right? Of course, Twitter. Okay, so let's take a look at Matt Twitter, right? Because this guy is on top of it with all of the updates for the AMC interest. We are at yet another record, of course, totally expected for today. Shares on loan, another record, and utilization 99.93, almost max value, right? And I think this is up by 99.90 or something. We could probably take a look. 2 seconds. 99.40, and it's at 99.93. Holy smokes. So this right here, utilization is great. So remember, that basically means how many people are holding the stock, how many people, there's only 0.07 is another way to look at it. 0.07 of the stock available to like actually trade, right? Which is just basically nothing, but it's a lot of shares, right? Like, so there could still be a small whale that try to buy those up. But theoretically, that would make these shares hard to find, right? Make them hard to grab, hard to find. Now, if this stock, if like, let's say this stock, right? Let's say this stock, even if it goes to 100%, 100% is still like 99.999. So keep that in mind, but it just makes those shares harder to find. I think it's very, very good because in my opinion, I think it's apes holding all of those shares. And as long as, keep in mind, let's say apes are holding, 600 million shares, but there's only 450 million shares of the actual float because of the synthetic shares. That means that the apes are holding the shares, and at that point, really, truly, people, I just feel like I'm like going crazy, but people really will determine the price of the stock. Like the apes really do determine the price as long as they continue to hold, right? Like not only even if they cover, 1 million shares or whatever, it won't even matter because those are synthetic shares that they have to cover anyways. And it's just so crazy to think about. Like it's a hard concept. It almost is like too good to be true. It sounds fake. And I am worried, like it almost does sound too good to be true, but you know what? Like there's obviously weird stuff going on. And so here's the deal. Nothing's changed. I'm not trying to scare anybody, but it's like so crazy how far this has come. And I just can't wait for some kind of action. Now, let's say 100% is taken, right? And I still don't think that means anything. That doesn't mean anything. We're not going to see it. I don't think off of 100% utilization, it's going to go to the moon. I think, all of these help a whole lot, and they make the moon further away. And we're not going to the moon anymore. We're going to freaking Saturn, and that's what I think is happening with these. Now, what I'm waiting for is a catalyst. I need a catalyst, like, I don't know, a news article. I need some other people, some older traditional whatever retail investors, or maybe people who left AMC and GameStop and they're like waiting to come back. I need some of those people to get super excited about the stock, buy in, and boom, and then they just go crazy. And that is what I would like, because whenever they do that, all that buying pressure is going to force the price to go up and hopefully trigger some kind of margin call, especially whenever these rules are filed. This could be a catalyst, but they also, not only do they have they have to pass it, but they also have to use it. And I'm not sure if there's like a 2-week buffer or anything. It doesn't seem like there might be a buffer, but I'm not 100% sure. And so different things like that. So that's my very long-winded answer. Excuse me. James says, good morning. Good morning, James. NNDM just bought Deep Cube stock, should soar today. Deep Cube stock. I don't know what a Deep Cube stock is. June 24th of Fast 9 is when AMC rips. Okay. So you think Fast 9, the release of that? Other people were saying, what was something else that is also going to release soon? Somebody in last night's stream was saying that something else was going to release, and I don't recall what that was. But could be very much be it. Nano Dimension looks like it is actually moving a little bit today, up 6%. Let me see if I can find the 1 day. And okay, well, let's look at the 5 day now, because now I'm seeing it came down. And so here we have, could be like a cup. Maybe we'll get a handle, and then we'll have a rip. So we'll have to see. But man, this stock has been beaten down for the past 3 months. Jeez. Crazy. We do have about 30 seconds until the bell, and then we will see what is going on. They bought the company Deep Cube, and the stock should rip today. Oh, I see. Yeah. Hey, not doing bad so far. Up 6%. And we'll see if that continues to move. So let's go ahead and zoom in a little more microscopically. Take a look at this stock, and still up just over 1%. GameStop barely up barely up anything. Hey, good morning, Olive. Welcome. They're coming out with the new Mad Max and Transformers. Yeah, and so we talked about this in last night's stream about how what? Excuse me, I am so dang tired today. Let me get a sip of water. And the bell has rung, so let's see which way we're gonna go. So far, not looking very good. There's a lot of red, a few green, but realistically, I mean, there's a lot of mixed in, but realistically, a whole lot of red. Like, we can see all this, right? So let's see. AMC is just straight out of the gate. Not my favorite. Huge red candle, but this is what is up, Ian? Welcome, my friend. Welcome. So AMC currently down. Looks like a huge sell wall. Geez, here at $9.75, $9.80. I mean, a lot of sell pressure today. Goodness, this is a huge candle. Oh, my gosh, I don't think it'll actually. Is it actually going to close here? No, that's just kind of volume candle, and that one already closed. So it looks like it was just a huge wick. Is this the right stock? It looks like a little barcoding. It looks like HDMC or something. Actually, speaking of which, let's see how HDMC is doing really quick, because I am very bullish on this stock. Nothing just yet, so maybe we'll wait for an update. So let's take a look at GameStop, see what we have going, and a much smaller candle here, especially with the candle wick. But we can see hopefully this one is green above here. We'll have like a, oh, nope, maybe not. Oh, yeah. So back to what Daryl was saying. So Daryl said they're coming out with new Mad Max and Transformers. Yes. I feel like movies are going to be good for a little bit. Like, here's the deal. I don't know where AMC is going to be in 5 years, but I feel good about where they're going to be in the next 1 to 2 years. I don't know. Like I said this last night, I don't think I'm going to put all my eggs in that basket, But depending on where everything goes after the squeeze, and I'm waiting for some kind of update from AMC. I want AMC to say we are going into actually, I don't even want them to start their own streaming platform. I want them to like partner with somebody. You know what I mean? I want a good partnership that is going to be beneficial. And the reason I don't want them to start their own streaming service, I think it'll be very good for their stock, but I'm just sick and tired of like all the streaming services. If they have a free streaming service, sure, I think that can be pretty cool, but there are too many. People might as well pay for cable again or something. I don't know, but it is getting ridiculous how many streaming services are out there, and I don't know if they'd be able to penetrate the market. And well, I guess they would get all the apes, but even then, I'd rather than partner with somebody for like a pretty cool deal. So back to AMC, it looks like they are down 2% on the day. Really not too worried about it. Let's take a look at this 5-day really quick again. Okay, so kind of like rinse and repeat, right? Ran up, dropped, ran up. Well, I don't know if it'll drop here, but let's look at the 1 month and see how this is looking. Okay, kind of consolidating, but it is setting lower highs, and I almost said lower lows, but you know what? This one is a little higher than this middle section is a little higher than this first section. So I mean, I guess it really just depends on where you're kind of looking at the map. But let me take a look and see if I see anything here. I was gonna say we may get a squeeze down, but we can see here we would have already broken this level of support. Not too good. How are we feeling today? What is up, Deep? Welcome, my friend. Feeling pretty good. I'm a little tired. I'm a little just exhausted. But you know what? We're having a good day. We're cool. We're chilling. We're rocking and rolling. The interdimension went down for no reason. The real reason they raised cash to buy companies, but they didn't make the deal for months, just held the cash. Now they announced the deal. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Roku and fired the $165 a month. Oh yeah, cable company. Yeah. Gosh, cable like is freaking yeah. I totally understand. I can't believe how much people were paying for cable. I never really paid for cable. Ever since I've lived on my own, I only paid for internet, and I just wanted fast internet. It's like $60 or whatever a month, and it was worth everything. It was fantastic. So I'm jacked. Yeah, I'm just waiting. I mean, realistically, I'm not like too hyped up. I'm like pretty chill right now. I don't want to get too hyped up. I think, and I was saying this earlier, I think too many people have put too much emphasis on this April 20th date, especially with something like this, where it says shareholders lending out the shares cannot vote unless the shares are called back by April 20th. And I don't think these shares are going to be called back by April 20th because the synthetic shares, I really don't know. I tried looking up about synthetic shares in the market, but obviously it's not a very good practice, and illegal. And on top of that, it's ridiculous. Like, I don't know what'll happen. Like, if they try to recall the shares, try to count the shares, are they going to be able to count the synthetic shares? Will they see, oh my gosh, there's synthetic shares. We need to do something about this. What will they do about this? I have like a million questions that can't seem to be answered. And I tried to do research. I don't know who I can talk with, like, because it's just, it's a hard subject, and it's obviously not very common. So I'm not sure if there's even a precedent for something like this, or what they do, or who would know what they do, or anything, What do you think about the DD you've been seeing lately? I've been very bullish on the DD. I've been very excited about what's been going on. I have been a little more, what is the word I'm looking for? I've just been a little more cautious and like weary of reading the DD and taking it for what it is, just because, I absolutely, here's the deal. I absolutely have so much respect for people who do the DD, that look at the actual numbers and say things. But some of the DD I've seen about like the Citadel building being open at 3 a.m. or whatever, and all these other buildings, I think something's happening. But our narrative right now is kind of I don't say narrow-minded, but you know, we're kind of on one thing. And here's the deal: it 100% lines up with what is happening right now. But without having like the facts, I'm not trying to get too crazy into it. I'm not trying to be too crazy. I'm not trying to read into the speculation too much because I don't want to spread in kind of misinformation and stuff. But I think it's super interesting. I think, and I shared it on my stream last night. Like, people should know. Like, this is pretty crazy. It's fun. Like, I call it tinfoil hat talk, right? And so it's fun tinfoil hat thoughts. But you know, the speculation is. I just don't want it to be too speculative without too much information. But I think it's very interesting. I'm super excited to find out exactly what is going on. But yeah, the DD, you know, but other than that part, the DD has been very interesting with the cryptocurrency stuff and like how cryptocurrency, they maybe, what is the word I'm looking for? Money laundering through crypto. I mean, some crazy things going on. People in Chicago are super cheap right now. Oh, that's cool. Daryl says, well, my bill was going up and I was losing channels. They even took away local news from my area. What? They took away your local? People are crazy. Yeah, sometimes I feel like I'm going insane. Yeah, there's a lot of DD to take in. And I try to stick more with the facts, like the numbers, right? Sometimes, you know, people try to present to me DD that is speculative, and I can respect that, right? Like I totally understand people being a little more speculative and kind of saying, you know, this might be happening. And you know what? I love to theory craft those kinds of things. But I just, you know, I don't know. I guess I want something a little more concrete, but either way, I still feel good about every single thing happening. I'm not worried one bit. And it's pretty cool. Cool stuff. Nano Dimensions is running. Man, James is on top of it. Called it, right? My gosh. Man, we caught it when it was up 6%, 7%. It's up 12% now. Jeez. Just absolutely running. People buying it. Has the news hit here before? 20 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago? Yep. Dang, not bad at all. Meanwhile, GameStop and GME are down just about 2% each. You know, just over 2%, just under 2%, but a little bit of a down day. But let's look at the rest of the market because I'm seeing it's kind of spread more evenly now than I thought it was. Maybe a little more reds. Just kind of eyeballing it here, and these are just completely random stocks, so we don't even know what in the world's going on here. But that is that. Let me take a look at the tops again. I wonder if the tops for the actual 1 day are going to be changed here. Let's take a look because I wonder if Nano Dimension is going to pop up on here, which it theoretically should, right? And I saw it right here. There it is. There it is. Insane. I always see YVR. I'm trying to recall what the heck where I always see it, but that's all right. Let's look at the top losers. Anybody on here? Hopefully not. Clove. Wasn't somebody just looking at Clove in here? Virgin Galactic is down. Interesting. All right, let's go back to this. Let's look at the 1 day candles and let's see what's going on. Holy smokes, this was a lot of downward selling pressure. Even though it was that downward selling pressure, right? We can let's go to the 5 day. We can see that like it's really not even down that much, right? I mean, I guess it was at like let's say 970, right? But even here, it's at like 940. It's still above $9, which I love. Like I'm good with this. I feel no worry about this. And then GameStop. Let's see GameStop. So GameStop not looking as crazy, but still pretty down. But even then, like from 160, let's say 167, right? This height right here, down to 161. So really not that crazy of price action. I'm still going to be waiting for something, for, you know, something to give. But I don't know. Anything here that I like? I like, oh, QuantumScape. Well, it just looks good, but it's up. I mean, it's up $2, which is about 1.5%, but nothing too crazy here. Let's see here. Doge is at 38 cents. Just can't believe it. And then Bitcoin. So Bitcoin having these weird moves, right? Was this the other day? Oh yeah, this was the other day. This was that crazy candle that just looks absolutely insane. Daryl says doing DD on CLABF today. Magic mushroom treatment. Oh, very interesting. Yeah, those kinds of things I'm curious about. I just don't know anything about the space. I don't know anything about the science behind it. And some things it doesn't even really matter about the true science. Some of those things are like more holistic that people are really interested in, and so it kind of creates its own market. Very interesting stuff. Oh my gosh, I got confused. I thought this was AMC and GME, but I was wrong. So AMC still down. Oh my gosh, beat down a little bit. And so down to again, still only at 940. Really not too crazy. I am looking, I will say this, I am looking for an entry point to go ahead and buy the dip. And I would love to buy some of this GameStop dip. I do have about $500 left. I would like to get, I don't know, let me see, 500 divided by 3. So, oh man, I do have about $500 left. I could buy this dip right here. I would like to get it somewhere around under 150, just to be super, I feel super comfortable with it under 150. But we'll see. So I might wait a second to buy in, or I might just go ahead and buy in now, because I am pretty bullish on this stock and what's happening. We'll just have to see. Are we looking Coinbase or Binance? So I do have a position in Coinbase. I do not have a position in Binance. I'm not sure which one. I don't know what you guys like better. Has anyone tried both and picked one that their favorite was? I'm not sure. My buddy was a mess. The VA tried it on him. Oh, and he was much better now. I didn't know they were doing that kind of stuff. Daryl, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Man, that is so crazy. I didn't know the VA did that stuff. That's wild. All right. So yeah, I mean that's kind of looks like the way this day is gonna go. Nano Dimension back up to up 12% on the day. Any thoughts on AIKI? Pharma. So I do like pharma. Let's see what they do. What kind they do it's diverse pipeline. Okay, well let's see. Small molecule anti-cancer therapeutics. It's diverse pipeline of therapeutics. Includes therapies for pancreatic cancer, acute myeloid leukemia, and acute lymphoblastic leukemia. In addition, the company constantly seeking to grow its pipeline, yada yada, for oncology. Okay, oncology being cancer, and so, or I guess cancer, the study of it would be the science of cancer. Well, that's the sector. Sorry, I was trying to think the actual. Never mind. So let's take a look. And so let's look at the institution ownership. So only 6. Man, I really don't like this. Is this relatively new? 5-year? No, this has been around for a while. Yeah, it's been around for a good while. I don't know why this is saying that high, but let's go ahead and look at the 1 month and see what's been going on. It's been going down for 1 month. I'm not sure if you're waiting for some kind of I'm going to be straight up with you. This one is not my favorite so far with what I'm seeing. I do like their vertical that they're in, but you know what? A lot of people have been trying to cure this stuff for a long time, and I think, and you know, I'm glad people are continuing to try and work on this. This is extremely important. It's a very big deal, right? And they don't need to cure it, right? They just need to get as far as possible so someone else can pick up on their work and share their work, and it's a team effort. It's not just one person trying to solve it. And I think that is the most important part whenever it comes to these. So, and it's so hard because I really like Vanguard as BlackRock in here. These institutional owners, it's just so little, you know, there's so little institutional ownership that they don't seem to be too confident in this. But this is one of those plays where, like, if this works, they just like, they really don't have to have that much money in here, you know. If this actually cured like one of these versions of leukemia or leukemia in general or something, then holy smokes, that could be like so insane for like a stock price. It would just soar and continue to soar, but it's really difficult. I personally do not like this play for like myself now, and we've seen a lot of charts looking like this. It's so hard to know if they actually found a bottom or if they will continue to go down to find a bottom. I'm not seeing any levels of support that I really like until we get like back here at this, you know, what is this, 80 cents 80 cents price. So, you know, 90 cents. And here's the deal. If you feel like it's going to go back up to $2 or something, hey, you're going to double your money if you get it now. So things to take a look, but upgrade it from hold to buy. And maybe, and granted, keep in mind, I don't know anything about this company. This is my first time even hearing about it. So, and you know, here's the deal. Like, look, early results from their study. If this study is looking very, 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 very good and people are going to buy into it, then you can see if you can buy the hype and sell the news type play. So before this starts to run, you can go ahead and get in it while that's nice and low, you know, write it up and then sell it just in case the results aren't exactly what you wanted. But you know, that's things to think about. Mavis is ripping up 13%. Oh my gosh, it's still down here though. I really need it to get back up here to this $20 range so I can be in the break even. But I am happy it's finally running again. But then again, it ran over here and then it dropped again, ran over here. So I needed to just continue to run. Any good news catalyst that caused this? Not yet. Maybe nothing was announced yet. Price target's not looking so good, but it's already surpassed them crazy. I feel much better now looking that we have Vanguard and BlackRock in here. 20% institutional ownership. Very, very nice. So we shall see. What do the options look like on this thing? So it's at 11. Jeez, that's expensive. All right. That's all right. Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right. Hey, no problem, Auntie. I just want to be honest with you, my friend. I just want to be honest with you. Sometimes I feel bad because it's like, look, like I'm gonna give you my honest thoughts. I'm not trying to. I don't want anyone to do poorly. And hey, maybe that's a fantastic freaking play, and I'm looking at the wrong stuff, and like I'm wrong. But I'd rather give you my honest thoughts rather than say, oh, it's gonna be. Oh my gosh, I was just looking at QuantumScape and it's up 6% now. I was like, it was up like it was down 2% or up 2%. And I was super excited about it. They have a news catalyst. This is one that I think would really, really pay if they're able to pull off what they're trying to pull off, which has never been pulled off from my understanding. So take that for what that is. All right, guys, I do need to start heading out just a little early. I'm so sorry. I need to get like some food. I got a few things I got to do this morning before I head into the office. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I'm gonna leave you guys with some music, say bye for a sec, and then I'm gonna go ahead and shut off the stream. But thanks for tuning in. I will be on tonight at 6 p.m. Central, and we'll hang out then. I'll have a little more energy at that time. Sorry about this morning, but you know what? Always fun hanging out with you guys. I will see you guys very soon. All right, have a good day. Peace.